Well, hello there, and welcome back to the Mississippi Delta and New Orleans, and all things Gulfport Blowout Rally series related. Today, we are diving into our second barbecue review of our trip, and this was on our second day, New Orleans Day, or Nolans Day. And this wasn't our first choice for a barbecue restaurant in New Orleans. But our first choice was closed. Someone tell the joint they need to stay open on Sunday. So instead, we went to That Boy Good. Let's review it on today's Graybeard Biker. For those that may not know, we do barbecue reviews of restaurants that are in and around the areas of the different motorcycle rallies that we go to. This trip, we went to the Gulfport Memorial Day Blowout Biker Rally, where we took a day trip to New Orleans. Now, I'll admit, as I said in the intro and in more detail in the previous episode, this was not the restaurant we originally chose. That was The Joint in New Orleans, but it was closed. So they miss out, and we moved on to a new place here. Now, how do we choose where we go? Well, there's several ways. One is we get a recommendation from you guys. Whenever we're going somewhere, you tell us the different places that we should check out. Another thing that we do is we ask on social media. We put a poll out there asking for the best places, and then people vote, and that's where we go. A barbecue restaurant can actually contact us and ask us to come and sponsor our trip. Other than that, I just check reviews to see who has a vinegar-based sauce, because that's my preference, and then seek it out. But let's jump into this one. We found our last barbecue spot for this trip. It's called TBG, That Boy Good, soul food and barbecue joint. Now, once I saw this place, I was not going to stop at it. I saw that it had the suffix of soul food, of which I am not an extreme fan, and it looked like it had only outside seating, and it was hot and it was humid, so I wasn't going to do it. But my wife ran up to check, and yes, they had indoor seating, so we decided to check it out. Now, why would I pass on this at first glance? Well, I don't traditionally eat soul food, real soul food. So, based on this place's name, I should have passed it up. But it also had the word barbecue attached to it. And in modern capitalistic times, other dishes have been associated with soul food that have nothing to do with the true origin of the term. Anyway, for these reasons, and because we found that they had indoor seating, air conditioning, we decided to stay. And when we got inside, most of the traditional soul food dishes were not on the menu. It simply had local Mississippi cuisine, confirming that they were only using the term soul food as a marketing draw. Now, do you like soul food? Let me know in the comments. Either way, you will not get it here, regardless of what that sign says. Now, onward with the review portion. I'll start by apologizing for the lighting. Part of doing these live in the restaurant, we can't control the environment. And there's a big, bright window right behind us that is making us backlit and blowing out the camera a bit. But we will get through it together. Again, this was not shot in a studio. All right, so just like things supposed to go, the place we were planning on going to was not open. You see, we're from Atlanta, and Atlanta is evidently removed from the Bible Belt. Because in Atlanta, if your restaurant isn't named Chick-fil-A, you want that Sunday Monday. Evidently, that's not the case in other places we've been to. So, the joint, which is where we were planning on going, not open. So we came back into Mississippi, and we're now at a place called TBG. That Boy Good, soul food and barbecue joint. I know nothing of this place, so we'll see how it is. It has air conditioner. That part's good. So yeah, let's see what we see. Now, I said that same bit in the New Orleans Day episode, number 3 in this series. Can you tell that it bothered me? Now, let's dive into the details. Now some sauce came on the sandwich here. Not a lot. And it's sweet. And I think this is the same thing. Appears to be.
I don't know what's in the red one. Ketchup.
So it appears that they have this one sauce, and then they have this one sauce plus peppers. The sauce isn't bad though.
The meat's really good.
Yeah. The pickles are very good. So how would you describe the atmosphere?
There's a lot of blues happening. It's a blues joint. Very swanky, bluesy bar. We are in Mississippi, but it is very New Orleans.
Yes, including the fleur-de-lis behind you.
But there's a quote about Mississippi on the outside.
Yeah. There's several.
I think because we're right on the cusp there.
And there's a Mississippi blues musicians thing over there. Mm-hmm. And that's Robert Johnson.
Hi. So the cornbread has jalapenos in it. So do you want a bite?
No, I believe you. I don't know. The meat's actually very good. I don't know if I would call this a sweet sauce. I mean, it definitely has sweet to it. But I don't know that it's enough to be classified as sweet. You know what I mean?
Well, it's not. It's pretty thin.
Yeah.
Sweet more than tangy or zesty or anything.
Yeah.
So it goes well with the flavor of the meat.
So this place is pretty small on the inside. Looks like it should have a full bar, but it doesn't. It does have a bar, but it's not a bar because there's not enough alcohol. They have some. It's almost like they should be serving. It's like they should be serving ice cream back there. You know?
The bartender has a bow tie on, so I take it seriously.
Definitely looks like he should be a soda jerk. But he is obviously the person in charge because he's the one that told the girl to seat us. They have very limited seating options in here.
We got the biggest group because we're very.
They have 1, 2, 3, 4,
They're seating outside.
5, 6. There's 6 booths inside. 3 of them are huge, which is one of the ones we're in. The other ones were all taken. This one was open. She asked if we wanted to sit at the bar, and I said no. I don't like sitting at the bar. And I don't want to sit outside either. So we were going to wait, and then she told the bow tie guy, thank you.
Of course.
And he told her to seat us. And I'm glad that
he recognized you.
You think so? It's like, oh no, that's the barbecue guy. He's got all that extra equipment. Probably not true, but if it was, it'd be smart.
Cornbread is real good. Got big chunks of corn in it. Some jalapeno. You give it enough flavor, but not a lot of spice. But I don't know how much I can handle.
It's not sweet, is it?
It's not sweet. Do you want a little bite of it?
No.
Here. There's no jalapeno. Have a little bite. You're gonna get the flavor without the jalapeno.
Yeah, it's not sweet. It's got a lot of butter.
Can you taste the jalapeno flavor though?
No, I taste the butter. Now, presentation-wise, Mississippi's kicking butt. We've got real utensils.
Take their barbecue seriously.
That's right. The plate is one of those tins, right? The salad is actually in a bowl that my mother had these bowls.
We have these bowls. Is that great?
Yeah. And then actual glasses. This is good presentation.
I like the ambiance.
It's also pretty when they brought it out. I don't know about yours, but mine was pretty. It took some effort in laying it out.
Mine had, well, you can't really see it, but it had, I think, pickled onions on it. It's very pretty.
This is the vinaigrette, which is quite chunky.
It's house made for
It
sure.
doesn't taste bad, but it's chunky. That's weird. It's good though. He said, what were you going to say about your pickled whatevers?
They're very tasty.
You like them? The
Pickled
onions?
onions. Yeah.
So the atmosphere here is a little more party than most barbecue places.
Is it because I have moonshine?
Do you have moonshine? No, I think it's all the sparkles and the weird lighting and the Mardi Gras stuff hanging from the ceiling. So it's quite an interesting mix of things. The thing that I find interesting is the subtitle to this place is Soul Food, and there's all white people working here. Now, the customer service here, the staff, we didn't have to go order up at the counter. Huge plus. We did have difficulty getting seated, but the manager person took care of that right away. So that's forgiven, and she was very nice. She wasn't rude. She just didn't know what to do in that situation.
She said she had a big party coming in.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Well, and that's why she didn't want to take this table
Right.
out.
So I would say this place is pretty good.
And it was open.
Yeah, it was open on Sunday. I don't think the sauce is as good as the one last night, but it's still adequate, still good.
I also want to make a comment about Mississippi. Mississippi has a hate-on for Gatorade.
They do.
They don't serve Gatorade in any convenience stores.
We
Walmart.
when we're on the bike, we like Gatorade because you get hot and helps you hydrate. We don't like Powerade. Powerade has a salty flavor to it, but
Powerade is owned by Louisiana. They only serve
evidently,
Powerade.
because they don't have Gatorade here. Maybe they're anti-University of Florida because that's where it came from.
I mean, aren't we all anti-UF at the end of the day? I mean, we'll take your Gatorade, but you can keep your football team. I made some enemies. First of all, if you're a UF fan, it's only because you went there.
I had a girl that worked for me that went to UF, and she was a huge Gators fan. And she came up. It was when I was in Tennessee, and she came up to Tennessee to work for me. And she's, again, huge Gator fan. Knoxville, Tennessee is Volunteers territory. Violently. And, I mean, they are so much Volunteers that the suffix to everybody's phone number is VOL. I'm not kidding. The whole place turns orange on the weekend. And she wanted to put her Gator stuff out on her porch. We were like, do not.
Did she get egged?
We told her not to do it. Do not do that. Of course, she was a sassy little thing. So
She's a Gators fan. What do you expect?
we were like, there's some things are just not worth dying for, and football's one of them.
I don't really care about the Gators. I don't have any animosity towards the Gators.
Well,
But I do think that the vast majority of Gators fans are only alumni. Nobody likes it because they think they're a good football team.
there was a huge. You have to understand. I was raised in the '80s, and in the '80s there was a huge divide between jocks and art people, musicians, which is what I was. And there was this competition back and forth all the time, usually over girls. So we did not like sports and jocks and all of that stuff, and they didn't like black and earrings and makeup and all that stuff. There's a big divide there. So
God love them.
I did not come naturally into the football fold. Cliques were very strong back then. I just don't think they are like they used to be.
They're not really. I don't think.
All right, so my criteria: presentation, variety, sauce variety. There's not any variety. You have the sauce or the sauce with peppers. That's it. Or ketchup, which I'm not counting. The flavor, however, is good. Presentation we talked about, staff we talked about. So I'll go ahead and
Ambiance.
here's the scorecard. So I'll leave the card up here a little longer. Overall score of 3.5. Pretty good. But the lack of sauce variety really hurt them. But I'd go here again. All other marks were higher than average. Speaking of that, let me take a minute to kind of explain how the scorecard here works. 3 is as expected. Nothing special, run-of-the-mill, basic barbecue restaurant. Anything up from there is higher than normal, which is good. Anything lower than 3, and it means things were not as good as expected in certain areas. And with 6 different categories, that's a lot to hit on all cylinders and make the overall score high. Now, if you look back at when I first started doing these barbecue reviews, the system may have changed on some things. But what I'm settled on at the moment is this: 24-point scale, 0 to 5, starting at 0 and going up half-star increments or half hog as we have here. It's really not a science. It's more of a feeling. I could add more categories, but it's not that serious.
Why so serious?
Feel free to pause, check it out. And that's going to do it for our barbecue reviews on the Gulfport, Mississippi blowout.
What is this called again? That boy
This
with
is
TBG?
That Boy Good.
That boy good. You know what that's from?
Not a clue.
I don't know what it's from. But you know what it makes me think of?
Right.
Coming to America, Sexual Chocolate.
Chocolate, chocolate!
And the little guy from the bartender or from the barber shop goes, "That was good. That was good."
That boy is good. Mm-hmm. Good and terrible.
We're good. I don't know what That Boy Good is from.
You know what I'm talking about, though?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That
Yeah.
boy good.
That boy can sing. You must be crazy. He good. You must be crazy.
That Boy, no, it's not even
Sexual
That Boy, it's That Boy.
That boy good.
So, That Boy Good, TBG, Soul Food and Barbecue Joint. That's it. We're going to hit the road. So,
Bye.
see you next time. Well, there you go. The 5th episode in our Gulfport Memorial Day Blowout Motorcycle Rally series. The next video is not going to be June Bug Boogie, which I said it was in an earlier video. We went back up to Helen, Georgia for the reunion rally. So we did a quick video for that, which is the one that will be coming out soon. And I was told to not bother going to Junebug. A vendor friend of ours that has been told me that it wasn't worth it to go. Now, I might honor that and do something else. Or I might go anyway. We'll see how things turn out. But either way, I am confirmed, locked, and loaded to go to our big trip this year, which is the 86th anniversary of Sturgis in the Dakotas. That will be a very big series because we are spending all week up there with multiple different day trips and a lot of riding that we're planning on doing in addition to ground zero of the rally. So look forward to that. Make sure that you're all like and subscribed and that you click the notification bell so that you know when each of our episodes are released. And until then, stay free. Keep it shiny side up.